It's very serious regarding international students of Australia. What Labour Party wants to do? What Labour Party is thinking that by this way inflation, prices of grocery will reduce by putting restrictions on international student and 25% quota in public university, only 25% quota. What Labour Party want to do? Why Labour Party is so serious for restrictions of Australian students? First of all, I will tell you, Liberal Party planned and almost decided that if they will win election, they will implement another change in students' visa numbers. Currently, student visa numbers are 270,000 international students per year studying in Australian universities. Now they are, and that number was more, even more than 300,000. That was capped. Then it came to 270,000. Now they are thinking these numbers must be reduced from 270,000 to 230,000. Not thinking, they had planned. They had planned. You are thinking, sir, 30,000 numbers, what will matter? It will matter. It will matter a lot. 30,000 students less mean student visas who are currently refusing. 40 to 60% Australian student visas are being refused. All refusals stitched with the numbers of the applicants and number of the student visas allocated by Liberal Party. Liberal Party 270,000. 270,000 when numbers are allowed by Government of Australia to study international students. Still the visas are being refused. When it will reduced from 270,000 to 240,000, mean 30,000 less, it will be, refusal rate will be more than 60 to 70,000. And there are no genuine refusal, just you are belonging to a developing country, your country political situation is worse. Mean that's not refusal with the student, some very genuine, potential, authentic, all documents clear students, which normally they were getting on this spot visa, their visas are being refused. I think Australia got one point now, that earning by student is not the way to earn the money. We should be very straightforward. All countries' immigration systems, their leaders, their policy makers, I think now they must tell the world that education is the secondary purpose. The primary purpose is to earn the money, because this is the way they can attract money from developing country to developed country. Mean that money will travel from one country to developed country, and poor country will become more poor and developed country will become more developed, and this will create a difference between a rich country and poor country, and economy will be powerful. Now currently their economy is surviving. I am telling you, Australia, Canada, United States, UK, they are in starvation, inflation. You just see the statement of their citizens, what they are talking about. First time in the history, a Canadian citizen is talking about, I am not getting a health appointment very soon. Canadian resources of health reduced for Canadian citizens. Australians also talking about, we are lack of houses, mean we have no house. Housing crisis become, I think, severe in these countries. But what Liberal Party and other mind thinker are thinking in Australia, that if we will reduce number of the students, inflation will rise. These 30,000 students will create housing crisis. They created housing crisis. These 30,000 students move the businesses down and inflation rate rise. These 30,000 students created unemployment in Australia. They did not understand, and they will understand, because some thinkers are very positive in the Parliament of Australia. These students, when they will get master's degree, bachelor degree from the public universities, they will be more qualified even than Australian citizen, because reports are telling Australian citizens do not work, do not study more. Not Australia, all developed country, their own citizens do not work technical, do not work more, they are not hard worker. I give you example. In Australia, maximum buildings, big buildings, malls, those malls owner are Chinese. Even this is the country, Australia is the country belonging to Australian citizens, Australian white citizens. Why they did not work hard to be owner of the malls and biggest building? Chinese traveled as migrants and they worked hard and they became owner, and they are more richer than Australian white citizens. It means these migrants proved right that we are revolutionary migrants, and we changed Australia into developed countries. Of course, there are some fake people entered. That is another story, and that's also mistake of immigration system. I think they must filter genuine and non-genuine. That's the responsibility of the immigration system. Why they are crossing immigration filters by fake documents? Where was checking system? Where was live face-to-face interview? And another decision, I think it's quite painful for international students, that only 25% students, international students, will get admission in public universities. Public universities are main universities in which quality of education is very high, and these public universities are ranking high in the world, because if the students, genuine students, decided to study in Australia, they always think to study in public universities because their ranking are very high in the world ranking of universities. If those universities will not give admission, they will go to the private colleges. They will go to the group colleges of Australia. They will go to the normal colleges who are even not allowed for admission to overseas student. And even those colleges have even less quality of education than the student at home country. Means student at home country have better education than Australian these private colleges, who are just formulated to attract overseas students to get the fee. It's quite revolutionary changes Australia wanted to implement. I think think tank must change direction, that what is the actual scenario of housing crisis, inflation, unemployment, skilled workers, fake skilled workers or genuine skilled workers? Who was responsible? Genuine students or fake students? I think policies should not be affect to the genuine student, and policy should not affect to the genuine skilled workers. All countries will come in this point in the coming days. You will see. Thank you.